Lawin Media Network,
bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Pink Table Talk. I'm your host, Dr. Carly D., a professional development specialist, educator, mentor, and victims advocate and thriver. The show is live every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. You can catch us on Lawin Media Network through our YouTube, Facebook, Twitch TV, on all podcast platforms, including Amazon, Google, Spotify. You name it, we're on it. So watch us live every Wednesday. I'm so happy to be back after a 2-week break. So glad to be able to bring you great stories. We have an exciting rest of the season coming up with lots of exciting and inspiring guests. Also, this is still Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I have an event, a charity event this weekend at Club Levels. Please definitely come out wearing your best pink, supporting a really great cause. We're going to have a night of fun and dancing and some great drinks. I created a special recipe, so be sure to come and check it out. All right. So tonight I am so thrilled and I'm so excited to be bringing to you guys Vanity from Kappa Alpha Tau, a sorority here in the Houston area. So I'm so excited for her to bring her story, her community outreach, and all of the wonderful things that she's doing with the Kappa Alpha Tau organization. So please, everyone, welcome to the show, Vanity.
Hello.
Hey.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Vanity?
I'm doing well. Can't complain.
Yeah. That's so good. I'm so glad to have you on. I've been so excited and looking forward to this interview with you. I know you have so many great things to discuss and to talk about, and all of the wonderful things that you and your organization are doing. So I'm so proud and happy to have you here today.
I'm happy to be here. It's exciting. It's growth for us. So I'm happy to have been extended the opportunity.
Thank you. So tell our audience, we have international viewers and viewers all around the country. So tell us, who is Vanity and how did you become involved with Kappa Alpha Tau sorority?
So, well, I'm Vanity. Vanity is a woman of many things and talents. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And growing up, actually, we had youth sororities and fraternities kind of within our community. So I've always been the type of person that like mentored others and things like that. So as I got older, I was in high school, my lifestyle, that was a little different, because I was attracted to women, so originally Kappa Alpha Tau started as a lesbian sorority. So we came together with other like-minded women in the community. And I'm often the youngest in the group. I always were around more mature women. So some like-minded women came together, wanted to impact the community, make a difference. Also, where we are from in our community, instead of tearing other women down, let's come together because you can achieve so much more together as one, as opposed to trying to be competition to the next woman, right? So together we created an organization that promoted unity and sisterhood. Just having someone, that listening ear. Everyone doesn't grow up with a sister, right? Some people are only kids. Some people, you may grow up with siblings and you and your siblings may not have that type of relationship. So it's oftentimes, you have to seek those relationships other places, and why not create a safe space for women to do so, right? So that's how Kappa Alpha Talk came about. Me and a group of other women, we came together and we formulated Kappa Alpha Talk in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Now, this was in 2008, so this was a long time ago, right? So with growth and expansion, now we are here in the Houston area and we have launched the Beta Colony. So we have been around for a long time. We've done a lot in the community, but as things change, you grow. Like I say, we started off as a lesbian sorority. Now we're all inclusive, because who cares, right? If we're sisters, who cares, right? If who you're dealing with in that aspect, as long as we have the same goals in mind, we're trying to achieve the same things, we can come together and make a difference, right? You're not thinking of that. When I see you, I see Dr. Carly. I don't see your maid. I don't see anything but you. So what can we do together? So that's what we try to do. And we try to advocate with other organizations like us as well. So it's not always about our sisters. It's also coming together with people, because community and everyone joining together, united forces, can really impact the world, right? So it's a little bit about us.
That's wonderful. I really do love what you guys stand for, and what you guys represent, and all of the community outreach that you guys are doing. Can you tell us more about your sorority's mission and what it stands for?
Yes, so our mission is to empower and inspire others, right? So again, just like you stating your credentials, right? That can inspire a lot of women. You stated that you're a survivor. It's a safe space for women to come together and have that mentorship. We pour into each other, and then also collectively pour into the community. So we're women coming together, but also, there are little girls and things like that. So one of our initiatives is Perfect Flow. So with that, we are providing education to women due to the poverty, right? So we collect personal hygiene items like pads, tampons, and we donate them to the unhoused. We also like to partner with different schools and supply those to kids, right? Because, your first time, you didn't know what was going on when you had your first period. You're just experiencing this. You have no clue. You feel uncomfortable. You're scared, right? You don't know who you can talk to. So what we try to do is just provide that education to you, make you feel comfortable. It is an uncomfortable situation, but how can we make it more comfortable for you, right? When you're more educated and you're aware, bringing that awareness to you, you're not feeling like, oh, I'm different. Oh, it's happening to me. You're prepared for it. You're more prepared. So that's one of our initiatives that we try to do. Also, just with the schools, supplying supplies to them. So we have KAT Academy, because scholastic achievement is very, very important to us. We always want to the community, also with our sisters as well, empowering one another to enhance your skills, right? Not become complacent. You never know what you can do. I love to say, who says you can't have it all, right? Because who says you can't? If you work in, can't you have it all, right? So with that, just coming together, providing those resources, being open enough to want to give back. So for example, knowing something you're good at. I may be good at resumes. So for example, for our Founders Day, we come together, we bond, we create that safe space for each other. So we do women empowerment circles. So we come around, we're lounging around, because again, every day we are strong women because we're like-minded. A lot of us are very, very strong. So every day you're coming together. You have to be everything to everybody every single day. But when we come together with our sisters, it's other women who understand that you have to display such strength every day. But guess what? You don't have to do that with me because I understand it. So guess what? You can be weak and vulnerable with me, sister. Also, because I know that you're such a strong woman that you're not weak or vulnerable much. So I know you're going to have this moment and then you're going to get over it and you're going to be back to the regular schedule. So because I'm your sister and I'm the same way, I understand that. And it's okay, sister. I'm here for you. Have your moment and let's conquer the world together. So when we come together in those spaces, we're able to let our hair down a little bit, not be everything for everybody. And our sisters are there to pick us up and allow us to be that vulnerable person in that moment. But also while doing so, what is this something that you want to accomplish? So for our last Founders Day, we did a women empowerment circle and resumes were the topic of discussion. And a lot of us are still very career, like we are successful, but again, you can still achieve other things. And with a resume, you can always improve your resume. So we were just having some basic conversation, like what do you feel are your strengths and your weaknesses of your resume? And we have a sister who's very skilled in that. And just as a courtesy, she updated everybody's resume because as an organization, we want to see you win. We want to pour into you and see you succeed because you're a representation of us, right? So if you're successful, we're successful. And we always want to uplift and empower and inspire each other because some people do aspire things, but they don't have the resources. They may not feel comfortable. They may not have that confidence. And that's one thing I can guarantee that you'll leave Casey with confidence. We really do pour into our sisters. You know, sometimes because we're such strong women, we don't feel comfortable being weak. But when you are around another woman who understands that, you can be weak with her. You know, it's always easier to tell a secret to someone who's told you a secret or be weak around a person who's displaying weakness. I know that you have something in common with me, so I feel more compelled to share with you.
Yes, that's awesome. I love that. And speaking of sisterhood, you mentioned a lot about sisterhood. So tell me, how do you define sisterhood in the context of this sorority?
So in the context of this sorority, it's just allowing yourself to be authentically you. You don't have to be anyone but yourself. And also in that, knowing that in being you as your sister, I may want to see you grow. So I'm not only going to tell you that, I'm going to show you how you can do it. Hey, sister, I think that your approach to things could be a little differently. This is how you could have went about that, right? Because at the end of the day, if I'm your sister, I should be able to tell you that and we should be okay. Because a good sister only wants to see the best for you, right? So in our sisterhood, we hold each other very accountable, right? Because sometimes you may have a bad day. And anyone who has a sister know that you will not get along all the time. But one thing I can truly say about my sisters is I literally talk to my sisters every day in some type of capacity, whether it's just them sending something positive to you. Like Manifest Mondays, we have a group chat. So we talk to each other because we have events, we have community service. We need to talk and plan our community service. We need to talk and plan if we're supporting other organizations. For example, your event. We need to talk about who's able to show up to the event, what we're wearing, things like that. Because as an organization, we want to ensure that we are together. We're supporting a cause. We know exactly who'll show up and if they can't, if my sister may need a ride, hey, because you never know what someone needs. I would love to go, but I need a ride. No problem, sis. Come on. What time are you ready? Let's go, right? It's no problem at all. It's just truly just wanting to build one another up, but in that, holding you accountable, because if I'm your sister, I want you to be the best you. And sometimes you're used to being you, and you may be around a lot of people who have no problem with dealing with how you are, but you can be better. So in our organization, let's have that talk. Sister, this is how you can improve. this is how, like, we want to ensure that you can be received the best way. So if it's something that can help improve the relationship, we talk a lot, right? We talk a lot. We check in with each other. We date each other. We go have sister dates. We have an annual founders trip where it's every single sister in one house. So a lot of women in one house, and it's so fun. We laugh, we cry, we have affirmation circles, we make candles, we do karaoke, we just do so many things and let loose. And you don't have those worries of the world in that moment. You can just be whatever with your sisters. You're laughing. Oh my God, because of course women can be so funny. You're just talking about things, catching up, so we do that. We travel together, because when we're coming together in those houses, again, we have expanded to Texas. So we are in Louisiana and we're also in Houston, but also we like to travel. We don't want to, so we're going to Puerto Rico for our founders weekend trip. So yes, we're going to have some and have fun with your sisters and make memories, forever. So we're very deeply rooted in sisterhood, holding each other accountable, showing up for each other. Just recognizing you, recognition can go a long way. For example, I just placed on my own personal, I didn't even really share it with my sisters, but I received like exceeds expectations at work, and my team is like the highest where I work in one of my jobs or whatever. So, my sisters created a video. They were just so happy. It's just the little things and I just placed it on my own page. They just took that, just created something, and just my leadership. And that just goes a long way. You never know what a small gesture can do to turn someone's day around, right? And you never know a lot of people that do not have that. And one thing that I love about our organization is we're a non-collegiate sorority. So usually when people think of sororities, they think of academia, right? So you don't have to go to college. Maybe that wasn't your walk of life, but that doesn't mean that you are not entitled to have a sisterhood, that you can't have that opportunity. So we meet like-minded women who, and even if you do go to school, you may not want to pledge denying something else so you truly want to be here, right? You truly want to serve your community in that aspect and be a part of something great.
Oh, that is amazing. That is so wonderful. It sounds like such a fun organization, such a fun sorority. You guys sound like you really do support each other and encourage and empower each other. And that's just such a beautiful thing, especially in this day and time where, people like us, women, we need a lot of encouragement to get through just the day to day. Life is hard these days. And so having that sisterhood, having that bond, somebody there by your side walking with you through life, that's the wonderful things. It's so beautiful.
Especially because it's like, let's just be honest. A lot of women, if you see another successful woman, instead of congratulating them, you feel like they're competition. And it's not like, okay, you're just good. Like, okay, I'm happy for you. That doesn't take away from my success, right? So that's one thing I do love about our organization. Like, it's not a competition. Like, we can all work together. We can all identically do the same thing and still all be successful. That does not make one greater. Like, it's not a competition at all. We really embrace each other and highlight each other. If anything, your success will be amplified because we're so proud of you. And I mean, you have enough to be sad about in this world, don't you think?
Yes.
The world almost shut down a day ago. I think there are plenty of other things you can do instead of being torn down. And also, it's okay to, our sisterhood show me it's okay to let your guard down a little bit. I did not grow up with sisters. I'm the only girl and I'm the oldest. So I've just always been I'm the family manager. I'm the family manager. So with that, with women, growing up, my mom's like, be careful, because I just dealt with a lot in life. I'm very smart. People tease me because of it, right? So my mom was just like, be careful with women. So to be around plenty of women, that can be a whole other thing. But also too, in being around plenty of women, you see that you will have disagreements and things like that, and everyone won't get along all the time. Like I don't get along with every sister, right? That's it will happen. But I respect every single one of my sisters, and you won't tell my sisters anything. I don't, you won't say anything. So at the end of the day, it's just respect, because we are all here for the same mission, which is to empower and inspire to meet your goals. So as long as you're doing that and we're seeing that, we're good.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're going to go to our first commercial break of the evening, but everybody stay tuned for more of the interview with Vanity from Kappa Alpha Tau.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories, from elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits. I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Pink Table Talk. We have a comment and a question from one of our audience members. Mimi DeVera said, looking great, both of y'all, loving the hair. Yes, we Black women do our hair. We know how to do hair. We go all out. And then she has a question here. Are trans women welcome to the cat?
So currently, right now, we haven't had a trans member as of yet. We haven't had any interest, to be honest with you. So that's a great question and something to actually explore. Currently, we don't have any members, so trans women aren't currently. But I do appreciate your question, because that is something to actually consider at this point.
Yeah, very good. Nice, good question. Great question. So I've been seeing and learning more now about LGBTQ Greek community. It's something that I hadn't heard of before. And so can you tell me, has this been around for a long time? I know your chapter started in 2008. Were these chapters here before? And tell me, I feel like there's an explosion now of these Greek communities, and it's beautiful and it's great representation. So can you tell me a little bit more about its history and where it is now?
Yeah, so it started. So again, I'm from Louisiana, so I can truly say that it has been a thing in Louisiana since 2008. So there were plenty of organizations in Louisiana, but it did kind of go dormant for a while. So I know we've been around since 2008. Gamma Alpha Psi has been around for quite some time. And there were some other organizations around in Baton Rouge, but everybody kind of went dormant. And then a couple of years ago, everybody started just kind of coming back out. And then a lot of people moved, right? So all of us started in Louisiana, but a lot of us moved to Houston, different areas of the world. So Gamma Alpha Psi actually started a chapter here. And then I started a chapter here in let me go back. We were doing events in Louisiana. So once everyone came from being dormant, we started throwing events again, because we still have the Alpha chapter. We have a party coming up on Halloween, right? So we still do events, right? We just have expanded. So doing that, we started to see Houston and Texas organizations at that point. So Alpha Psi Nu and other organizations like that. We started seeing them. So I'm like, okay, there's Greek life here, because I've been in Houston 14 years now and I really didn't see any Greek life. I would only see Greek life from back home. So started seeing Alpha Psi Nu. They started and they crossed a huge line. So I'm like, okay, so this market is a great market because it's not prevalent here. It's something new to them. So, when something's new, you kind of get a lot of, interest. So got my side starter chapter here. Then, Alpha Psi Nu were already existing. And then at that point, you just started seeing organizations just started coming from everywhere, social clubs. But they have been around for quite some time. I think the difference now is more events are being thrown. And so people are having the opportunity to come out and network and get together. So now you're actually learning more about the different organizations that are around, as opposed to you guys kind of just being in the community and people not really knowing about you. And, you partner together and network and expand. So like we partner with Alpha Psi Nu a lot. We support them because they have an event, Protect Your Essence, the Sunday coming up. So it's for domestic violence survivors. You should come. You should come. Yeah, it's from 3 to 7 on Sunday. I'll send you the details. But so we go support them. They came to our carnival. Gamma Alpha Psi just had a trunk or treat where all of the you would have loved that. All of the organizations came together. It was about 30 organizations at the botanical gardens. We did trunk or treat and all the kids just dressed up in costumes. So it was really, really nice. So I think you're seeing so much of it because everyone is coming in at a unified angle with it. So everybody's supporting and showing up for each other. So you're seeing all of the organizations. You're like, wow, it's a lot of them, right? And it really is. But everybody is still out to impact the community. So even with it being a lot of organizations, it's still not competition. It's still more support than anything because people have different initiatives, right? Like Protect Your Essence, for example, that's something they're very passionate about. They had a founder. They lost a founder due to domestic violence. So they're very passionate about that. So anybody that knows their organization knows they're very passionate about it. So we support those causes that are passionate.
Oh, that's really wonderful. That is so beautiful. And I love all of the community outreach. I think that it's really great that you guys are putting some boots on the ground here in Houston. Houston needs a lot of help. Like I love the kits with the supplies, there's a lot of unmet needs here and lack of resources. And I feel like you guys are kind of making your way and kind of filling in those needs for the community. So that's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, we have plenty of initiatives. So like for the unhoused in the community, so we have KT Cares, so where we go out and we provide warm meals to the public, perishable items, food items. We also partner with other organizations. So in November, we're partnering with Helping Hearts. They're kind of doing the same thing because again, the more people you can impact. Because like downtown, when we first did it, it was honestly, when we had our first KC Cares here, it was an eye opener because again, I'm from Louisiana, it's so much smaller. So you're being exposed to so much just in the heart of downtown. It's just like, it was a shell shock to my kid, because the kids are coming in and impacting the community as well, okay? Everybody is impacted the community.
Yes, they do.
Because just seeing that, so just learning the areas that truly have the need, also going to the Houston Food Bank, partnering with them, giving back. So we do a lot of that. So we have our own initiatives, our KT Cares, which we're giving back to the unhoused and feeding the unhoused. We have our Perfect Flow where we're doing our period poverty poverty. We have our Harvest Her, where we're gathering other like-minded women that aren't our sisters, pouring into them, doing wellness events and things like that. And then we have our KAT Academy, where we provide the school supplies, but we also are heavily partnering with people too. So we're not just stopping there. We're supporting different initiatives as well, because we can impact the community. Those are things that we're passionate about as an organization, but we also have other passions like domestic violence. I experienced growing up, had to witness it, so of course we're going to advocate anything that we can do to make a difference. We're all for it.
I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. And for one question I wanted to know is, what is one misconception about the LGBTQ Greek life that you want to correct? What is something people are just not familiar with?
I would just judgment. So I think they feel that we are judgmental people, but I think that comes from having to be judged all the time. So they can feel that, the LGBT are just a little bit more defensive than others. We've had to go through a little bit more than others, but I just feel that that misconception can be changed a little bit. Just have a conversation, right? They just feel like they can't approach and have a conversation with you. They can just look at you and just have an opinion, when you can just talk to me. I'll talk back. I promise you, right? And especially, I would say, just with us, a lot of people can be very intimidated just by our presence alone.
Y'all are fierce. Y'all are fierce.
Right? So, just have a conversation. We're the sweetest women you'll ever meet.
That's wonderful. I love it. And I love everything that you guys stand for. And it can be intimidating. Some strong women,
I know. They're coming in their heels, strutting. You're just like, wait a minute, hold on.
And I love that y'all wear pink. And pink's my
Yes,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
That's why when you told me the name of your show was the Pink Table Talk, I'm like, oh, this fits right in. Okay.
Yes. Perfect combination for this evening. And this has been a delightful conversation. But we're going to take our second commercial break of the evening. But everybody stay tuned for more Pink Table Talk with Vanity from Cat.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel. Filing taxes, dealing with tax debt, or facing IRS actions is stressful, but you don't have to go it alone. Call 832-674-0829 or visit www.taxresolutionesq.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Pink Table Talk. The show is produced by Lawin Media Network, and you can catch us live every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. On Wednesdays, we talk pink. So tonight, we've been talking with Vanity from Kappa Alpha Tau, or KAT sorority. And so we have some questions from our audience member. We have a question from Smiley Dalton who says, do y'all support others that's not Greek?
Yes, we are all inclusive. So we support everybody. We support everybody.
Wonderful. And then from Mimi, she said, here in the Philippines, there's initiation rites when it comes to entering sorority. Are there any rights to enter KAT?
Okay. Yes, we need to be a part of something great. You have to do something, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is the process that you go through. If you're interested in KAT, you do fill out an application. You pay a $25 application fee. You submit a 3-minute video just explaining why you want to join KAT and what you feel that you can bring to the organization. You also complete a 1-page essay. And then from that point, if selected, you'll be going through an interview. And from the interview, you then have a meet and greet, and then you would undergo a process, right? Because it's a process. Great things take time. And during that process, you'll learn everything about Kappa Alpha Tau, our mission, our purpose, our her story, our motto, our colors. You'll do a lot of sisterhood bonding exercises, learn about the lines that were before you. You will do community service during this process. You will fundraise for causes during this process. So you would literally, let's just say, like, be trained to become a fierce feline, right? So just everything that we stand for, all of our initiatives, become educated on our why. And then if you complete that process successfully, you'll then be a fierce feline of KAT.
That sounds like quite the process there.
It is, but it is so worth it. I promise you it is. It is so worth it.
Yes. And with this process, is there any hazing or any of those type of things, like with the collegiate rituals?
No, there's no hazing. Hazing is not allowed, right? We frown upon hazing, if we're honest. It is just a process. It is, you are given set expectations and things that are required in the process. Just as anything, it's just like a job. When you interview for a job, there are eligibility requirements. If you meet these requirements, you can fulfill the role, right? So do you meet the requirements to be a member of KAT? So you're provided everything that you will undergo in this process, what's required, what assignments are due in the process, because you'll have assignments. It's like a university. So you'll have assignments required because you not only need to learn our mission and our purpose, you need to embody it, right? So, hey, this is our mission. This is how you embody our mission. Here's practice. Let's see if you really embody the mission. Let's put this to the test. Let's do something in the community and see if you can truly embody the things that we stand for, right? But I will say, with anything, one thing I can say about the process is, you know, everything that is required of you, you know when it's due, you know what is expected of you, so that you can plan your life accordingly. Because again, it's not D9. You're not in college. You're not a child. You're an adult. You have life. You have children. You have things going on. So you're given these things so that you can plan accordingly, right? Because these are the expectations. It's up to you whether you can meet them or not. And if you can meet them, you're a great fit. If you can't, you just need to try again when you can meet the expectations. But there are clear expectations set for you in the process, but in it, it's just not things to do in a process. They're very meaningful, thought out things, right? And each step means something, right? Each step of the way you're preparing to truly become a fierce feline. So it all comes together in the end.
That's wonderful. I really like the process that you guys use. I love that you frown upon hazing. I know we've heard horror stories of people joining other Greek life, you know, just they went through some horrible things. But I like your process. It's more like a purification process.
Yes.
You know, kind of refining the woman. It's like you guys are getting like a piece of coal and making them into diamonds.
Yeah, see, like part of our one of our chant is you have to humble yourself and learn to be a sophisticated lady of KAT, right? Because again, this process is a sacrifice. Many of us are strong women that lead every day. So you're not about to tell me anything. I first have to humble myself to allow you to tell me what I need to do, right? Because me? Really? No, right? But if you want something bad enough, if you want to serve something greater than yourself, you can sacrifice a little bit. A great leader can listen.
Speaking of any cat fights in the KAT?
I mean, again, your sisters.
All the strong
Everybody
women.
fights. Everybody fights. Everybody fights. I mean, well, not literally cat fighting because we're adults. I feel like with us, we can communicate, right? Now, can the communication get a little scared a little sometimes? Of course, we're strong women. A lot of us are very much alpha females, right? But at the end of the day, in being an alpha female, you can also adjust your crown. You can be wrong, right? And at the end of the day, our bonds mean more than a fight. So, okay, I can have a disagreement. I can disagree with you. And even past the disagreement, I still may not agree with you, what you said, but I respect you enough to agree to disagree with you. And girl, what we got to do? Let's move on. We don't have time for this. We have plenty of things to do.
Yes, that's wonderful. I think it is beautiful because I feel like with strong women, there are going to be moments where you're bumping heads. And so it sounds like, you know, you guys try to work your best to resolve those issues amongst each other. So that's a beautiful
We do
thing.
amongst each other. And one thing I can say with my sisters too, we're not really we're just not a part of it amongst each other outside it. Like we really just try to, hey, you have an issue, let's address the issue, let's try to move forward, right? There's no need to dwell, no need to sit in feelings. Nothing exists there. Nothing exists in those feelings. Let's come up out those feelings. And the fact is, we have a community service event that we need to do. We have a fundraiser. Let's ensure we can get these things done.
That's wonderful. And I love that. And I love everything that you guys represent because you are creating that safe space for women, like-minded women like yourself to feel safe. Does your organization create safe space for people that may be just now coming out the closet or still trying to figure things out? How does your organization embrace those?
We provide mentorship, we provide advice, we talk about it. So our affirmation circles really are like our coming out, kind of sharing our experiences and things that we go through. And I mean, we're all inclusive now. So we also have sisters who share experiences because they're curious, right? They've never, right? You have a curious sister. Let's just imagine a curious sister telling a scorned sister that they're curious. Imagine those conversations like, girl, you don't want to be what I want me to do, right? So we embrace it with open arms because, we want our sisters to feel comfortable. It is that safe space. What can we do to make it easier for you? Yeah. So be yourself, right? And if you can only be yourself when you're with us, that's fine too. Just be your best self when you're with us. And then, hey, don't forget, and if you are that, we're those sisters, hey, don't forget that you need to do this before you go back home. Make sure you're doing this. And we're going to make sure you are just living however you want to live. But we're not going to make you feel uncomfortable for just coming out. If anything, we're actually more sensitive and more intentional for you because we know how hard of a time it can be to navigate things like that.
Yes. And how would you, or what advice would you give to those young Black and brown girls now who may be looking for a sisterhood and trying to find a right fit for themselves? What advice would you give to them?
Come to KAT. But it's okay. You're seen. I would tell them you are seen. You are seen, right? Even when you think that you aren't, you never know who is seeing you, right? Just live in your truth, right? Because happiness is a self-responsibility. No one else should be responsible but you.
Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. That's a great sentiment. We're going to do our last commercial break of the evening. I can't believe we're almost done. I'm having so much fun. But everybody stay tuned. We're going to take our last commercial break of the evening.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning,
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit DizonLawFirm.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Pink Table Talk. Tonight, we're talking with Vanity from KAT. We have a question from Mimi. She says, what makes CAT different from the other Greek sisterhoods?
I think what makes us different from other sisterhoods is how much we pour into each other. Like, we are very, very intentional about that. We literally reach out to all of our sisters and ask, like, what are your strengths? What can you bring to the organization? And with that, we try to take those strengths and just trickle it down to everybody, right? We're really not women who prefer things to be single threaded, right? Because that can be very hard, because who wants to feel like I cannot operate if Dr. Carly is not available, right? I want to be able to operate too. So what sets us apart is we are always willing to share what we know with our sisters.
I love that. And then from Smiley, asks, what's one of your hardest challenges being a founder of your Beta Colony? Yes. Good question.
Just growth and starting off. You know, sometimes you just have to just do it, stepping out just on faith. So I don't have as many numbers as some of the organizations right now, but that's okay, you know, because I'm a whole movement by myself, really. But with that, it's just when things like you're trying to impact and you're needing to do so many things for an event, being one person, you know, even though I feel like I'm every woman, girl, sometimes you need a little help, right? But it is very powerful in just taking that launch and that leap of faith, because you get so many interest now, so much interest just from stepping out. So I just feel like in the beginning, in anything, just like in starting a business, it can be very rough because it's a lot of work, right? No one kind of sees what's in the background. They just see, oh my God, it's a whole bunch of women. They're strolling, they're doing this, they're doing that. But they're not saying I'm up to 2:00 in the morning scheduling posts on Facebook to ensure the content is done. They're not saying I'm going through 50 million ideas just to get one outfit and then don't like the outfit and now I want to change the whole idea, right? So it's the work put in, but it's okay because you're finding those like-minded women. So see, like, finding looks like this, and this is just not a look. We literally placed the patches on that. So that can take time. Literally with the shoes, literally put individual studs to put the silver on the shoes. So, you know, greatness takes time. It can be a lot of time placed in it. I'm very excited and passionate about my organization, so it doesn't feel like work to me. So, I mean, even when it gets hard, it's not going to stop me from doing it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And we have a question from Smiley. She says, how can people get in contact with you if interested?
So you guys can visit our website, which is www.CapAlpha Incorporated. This is our beautiful website that me and my sisters created together because we're awesome women. So I'm so excited about that. You can also follow us, Kappa Alpha Tau Beta, also Kappa Alpha Tau Inc., which is our Alpha chapter. So you can follow us on Instagram. These are all of our initiatives, guys, that I was telling you about: our Perfect Flow, our KAT Cares, our KAT Academy, our Harvest Her. And then those are some pictures. If you want to see my beautiful sisters, you can just click on it. You can see us. That's me and our other founders. That's Escada and Chanel. This is us coming to Houston as a group.
Yes. So cute. I love the pink.
Thank you. Yes, you can get in touch with us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or go to our website.
Awesome. This has been such a wonderful conversation with you tonight. And so for me, I also just wanted to ask you, can you share one special moment with your sorority that sticks out to you where they really showed up for you on a personal
Whew. Yeah, during my
level?
divorce, my sisters called me every day to make sure I was okay because I'm a strong woman. I would just kind of, keep going, keep moving. But they really were intentional about making sure I was okay, very intentional about helping me in the healing process, because as strong women, we'll kind of skip over that and keep going. But heal, sister, heal the healthy way. So just, I will never, that will always stick with me. My sisters just kind of being there, and they're always there during those times, those transitional moments, and that's what sticks out, and it's just not in that moment. They follow up, right? So it ain't, oh, I found out you're divorced. Are you okay? Right? It's that, but then it's checking on you a day after, checking on you a week after, checking on you 2 weeks after, checking on you a month after. They're consistent. So I love that about my sisters.
That's wonderful. Yeah, because divorce can be very tough. And so, you definitely need a good sister by your side to kind of help shelter you and comfort you through those moments. So that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem.
So when is your next applications opening up for those who may be interested in joining?
You can apply anytime. You can apply at any time. So if you go on our website and click membership, you can apply there. We're always looking for new and interested girls. So again, if you are interested, you can go to our website. It lists all of the qualifications there. Have to be 21 and older, girls. And all of our qualifications, also our application and all of the steps. Thank you. So here. So you have to do to become a member, and then we'll reach out and schedule that interview.
Very nice. Very nice. And so what's coming up for KAT? Any upcoming events, charities?
Yes. So KAT just for the rest of the month. So on Sunday, like I said, we're going to support Protect Your Essence with Alpha Psi Nu. And then on Halloween, we are having a Lights Camera Killer event in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And although we party, we still party with a purpose. So if you bring a non-perishable item or anything to contribute to our Perfect Flow initiative, you are then entered into a raffle. And look, you can win money by giving back. So you'll be entered to a raffle to win some money. And then in November, we'll be supporting Helping Hearts as they give back to the community, to the unhoused. And then in December, we'll be supporting the Gammas for the Gamma Gala. And then we'll be starting and kicking off the year with our Perfect Flow initiative, with doing a big fundraiser and event for that. So that's what's coming with KT.
Very nice, very nice. And are there, or can we expect any more different colonies? Are you expanding?
Yes. We will be expanding. So as we grow, we always want to grow. So we will be expanding as time progresses.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Well, I just wanted to thank you again for coming on the show tonight, Vanity. This has been a lovely and delightful conversation. I'm so proud of everything that you guys are doing. You're supporting the community. You're supporting each other. You guys are definitely empowering women. So thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
It's no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yay. All right, everybody. So if you're interested in joining KAT, definitely check out their website. And you can also catch them on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You look into them, research them, see if this is the right organization for you to bring your power, your strength, and intelligence. Everybody, thank you for watching tonight. I will see you all next week for a special event. We're going to be hosting a night of politics and passion with a woman running for councilwoman in the Rosenberg area here in Houston. So stay tuned next week for more Pink Table Talk, and everybody have a great night.
Have a good night. Bye, guys.
you.